is my pleasure to introduce our amazing writer and director, John Tartaglia, the Emmy-winning... He's an Emmy-winning and Tony-nominated creator, producer, writer, director, and puppeteer, and the creative supervisor of Fraggle Rock at the Jim Henson Company. John is also Tony-nominated for his roles in Broadway's debut company of Avenue Q. He starred as Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast on Broadway, and was the original Pinocchio in Shrek the Musical on Broadway. His theatrical directing credits include Stephen Schwartz's The Secret Silk and Jim Henson's inspired silliness, Kinky Boots, Disney's Beauty and the Beast, and many, many more. As a puppeteer, he has been featured in a range of Henson's projects, including Word Party, Julie's Green Room, Slumberkins, Happy Time Murders, and the live show Puppet Up Uncensored. In his role as creative supervisor of Fraggle Rock at the Jim Henson Company, he has served as executive producer, writer, director, and puppeteer for Global Fraggle, Architect Doozer, Sprocket, and multiple other characters. On the Emmy-winning Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock on Apple TV. Many of you may say you are the #1 fan of Fraggle Rock, but John is truly the #1 fan. With that, I proudly introduce the amazing John Tartaglia.
Thank you. I'm exhausted hearing you do that.
All right, so we're going to just drill into some questions here for a little bit. We're going to ask about a few things. So, John, with you being the #1 Fraggle Rock fan, how does that contribute to your daily work, everything that you do?
Well, it doesn't feel like work. I mean, that's the truth. I found the original series when I was about 7 years old. My mom and I, who's here, my mom's here. We were on a road trip. We were on a road trip, and I found that we were at a hotel, and she turned on the television, and there was the original Fraggle Rock, and I just instantly became enchanted by it and obsessive about it as a kid. And then it occurred to me that there are people behind the scenes that make this thing, and that began my love for Jim Henson and puppetry, and I had a dream of working for the Jim Henson Company, and I never thought, years and years later, that I would get to oversee this brand that literally changed my life at 7 years old, and now to me it feels like play. It doesn't feel like work at all. But to get a chance to bring these characters out to the world and new experiences is something that means so much to me. I'm passionate about it.
All right, so in the show process, we put a lot of facts in this. We went back and forth with our NASA contributors and having, so what was it like to merge the two worlds for you?
Well, it's funny because I think when you see it on paper, you're like, Fraggle Rock and NASA, like, huh? But then you start to think about it, and ever since the show's beginnings, the joke has always been that the Fraggles think of our world as outer space. This whole new world to be explored that's right above them. So I think that aligns. And then you think about the fact that everything to Fraggles in our world is new and exciting, and that's how I kind of always felt about space. To me, when you hear about the facts and the figures of space, and what NASA does, it's always been thrilling to me. So it all of a sudden started to kind of push together and align. And then you realize that really at the heart of Fraggle Rock, it's about worlds connecting and how interconnected we all are and how we all need each other. And I think that's also, part of NASA's mission is how we're connecting with another world, we're connecting with what's out there. So I think it all kind of lined up.
That's awesome. What's been your favorite part of this process?
Well, I'm gonna say working with you, because that's true. Because truly she is the most supportive and incredible human being. Honestly, I think it's getting a chance to see people's reactions to these characters, because Fraggle Rock is one of the few brands that has so many generations attached to it. My grandmother knew what Fraggle Rock was, my mother knows, I know, and beyond. So I think it's nice to see families enjoying it together, and I think hearing the reactions to the characters is wonderful, but also this cast was tasked with this impossible, thing of, hey, you're gonna learn this show, and you're gonna perform these characters, and you're gonna, put them on stage, and here we go. And I think watching their love for the show has just been really heartwarming for me.
I completely agree with you. Seeing from, a week ago when we started rehearsing to now, absolutely.
Very fast process.
It's been such a joy, though. So what is it like bringing the process from the puppet world into now walk-around characters?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're teaching a different kind of puppetry. You know, there's hand puppets like Cotterpin, and the regular Fraggles on the television show are hand puppets. But we had to kind of upscale everything for our world, and so, you know, it's a different kind of puppetry. You're wearing a costume and moving the mouth at the same time. So it's a challenge. It's hard to ask someone to perform a costume character to begin with. It's another challenge to ask them to also lip sync live with a track, and also, you know, fit in with a live human who has to say certain lines. So it's all these challenges you don't really think about, but we really were mindful about kind of upscaling everything so that they would look really good on a theatrical stage, and that the doozers match that scale. So, you know, the real doozers are shorter than this water bottle in real life, and so, you know, and the Fraggle's about this big, so we had to kind of upscale everything to human size. But really, it's just about how do you make it work for the theater in the best way possible.
So, one random question, would you rather live in Fraggle Rock, or would you rather go to space?
Well,
put him on the spot.
I don't think I'd do well in space. I think I'd be that person having a panic attack upon like liftoff. I admire, like, I think what I've taken away from this experience is the incredible work that the ground system team does, that the astronauts do. I admire it. I could never do it. I think if I had my choice, it would definitely be in Fraggle Rock. I think just, you know, and I'm not just saying that, I really mean that. You don't want to put me in space. There are people who are professionals who should do that. Not me.
Well, thank you, first off, for this experience, this show that you've given us, and everybody on the team that has helped us get here to this point. It has been an amazing journey that now we get to share with the public, and we're very excited.
It takes a lot of really hardworking, silly creatures to make it happen. They're in the back, so say hello to them on the way out. They all literally work here till 2 in the morning getting the show ready because they're that dedicated to making it as good as possible. So
we will miss you. Come back and visit. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. We appreciate you being here.